We are here, not the experts coming at you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Enjoy your turkey, your what else people eat on Thanksgiving? Oh, your ham. Whatever you eat on Thanksgiving, enjoy it. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening to this because on your Thanksgiving holiday, because you didn't want to spend time with your family and family time was over for you, so you put your headphones in and did the introverted thing. Because I respect that. We respect you, introverts. Levi, how are you feeling?
I'm tired. It's early.
It is. It's late for me.
How you
late.
feeling?
I feel like
you
it's
stay
late.
Up all?
I worked last night.
Oh, you did? I thought
Yes.
I didn't know you had last night off.
Oh yeah, last night.
I thought you had last night off.
No, I worked last night. I'm off tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's hard to explain my days to people when I tell them I'm off because you never know which day it actually is. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I ain't even mad at you. I get it. All my days blend together. But yeah, so we're here. We're gonna jump right into it. You want to start with NFL? You want to start with NFL?
Yeah, we'll start NFL.
NFL, Levi, you guys lost to Taysom Hill. My team lost to Baker Mayfield.
Oh wait,
we played Browns.
You lost to Browns. Sorry.
Yeah, we lost to Baker Mayfield, and that covers the Falcons and Eagles talk for the week. I don't think there's anything else to be said. Our teams are an embarrassment to society.
Yes, I'm glad we lost though. I'm here for the losses. I'm okay.
I'm glad we lost. I'm about at the point where I want everybody fired. I'm at that place.
As you should be.
Like there was an article that came out. Well, the talk this week is like, oh, the Eagles are too loyal to the old guys, and they keep giving them all the run. I'm like, yeah, but did you see the young dudes who, when they played, they weren't good either? What were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
The only one I saw a case for was like Jalen Mills getting benched for Kevon Wallace, the guy we picked in the 4th round. I'm like, I get that. That's the only one though. Like Jason Peters is playing because he's a replacement. Alshon Jeffrey's playing because our other receivers were terrible when he wasn't there. So like, I don't know what y'all expect. It's just what it is, and the play calling is terrible. Fire everybody, including the medical staff.
May I interject with a question?
Yes, please.
Well, first, let me preface this question with: we can finally now end the reoccurring question, the semi-reoccurring question of, is Joe Burrow a bust? And the answer is out. Yes, he is. As in, his whole knee is busted. So let's move on to, is Carson Wentz a bust? Titus, is Carson Wentz a bust?
No, he's not. No. Because as bad as Carson is, I feel like Carson's in the Ryan Tannehill thing. I legitimately feel like Carson's in the Ryan Tannehill position where he's going to go somewhere else and actually be very good.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, dude. But just seeing your face as you answered that really made, to me, it looked like you were really lying to yourself. And
I've just heard it so much. I've heard it so much. I've heard it so much.
That's just how I interpreted the body language.
Yeah, I'm just like Carson's going to go somewhere. I've accepted the fact that Carson's going to go somewhere else, be successful, and I'm going to be stuck with Doug Peterson for another 2 years because they're not going to fire him because he won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Even though this entire thing was clearly Frank Reich's creation. I miss Frank Reich so much.
Oh, Frank Reich. I forgot about him. I forgot.
Yeah, he was the coordinator when we won the Super Bowl, and the year Carson would have been MVP. That was the coordinator. That was the coordinator. He left, and the play calling went to the tank.
Yeah. Well, now he's in Indianapolis.
Yep, making magic happen with old man Rivers.
Yes, old man Rivers, and his 20 kids.
All 20 of them. Okay, can we stop talking about the Eagles? I'm depressed. Can we stop? I can't talk about the Eagles anymore.
Okay, sorry.
Like I can even be Twitter me this week. Twitter Eagles fan wasn't even in me this week. I was just tweeting about how everyone on the team is terrible and nothing is good. Like there's been a civil war year about who's more to blame, and the fact is everyone is to blame because everyone is terrible. There's nothing redeeming about the team, and we ain't even like a fun bad. We're just awful to watch. Like we're just boring. It's not even like we giving up 40 points a game. Like if your team giving up 100 points a game, it's like we just suck. No, we are just not interesting in any phase of football. It's the most uninspiring game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, at least like with Atlanta, we get creative with our losses, and y'all can't do that.
Yeah, we just don't score points, and we have a Monday night game this week against Seattle, by the way. So
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Birds are sadness. Joe Burrow, heal up Joe Burrow, and the one I haven't watched that. Have you watched the injury? Because I didn't look at it.
No, I don't watch it. I mean, I heard it was pretty gruesome, so I didn't bother to watch it.
When I heard ACL, MCL, and other ligaments around the knee, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't ever need to see that.
Yeah,
I'm good. Heal up. Yeah. On the one thing about this, if there's a positive, there is that when he comes back in like 2 years, they'll have tanked so hard that he'll come back to basically a whole new roster.
Yeah, it is.
So that's nice.
It's a good upside.
Yeah, honestly, like he'll come back to offensive line. He'll be so confused. Like, wait, they're protecting, they're blocking. I have more than half a second to throw the football.
Yeah, he may just forget how to play football because he's so used to that.
He might. He really might.
Yeah, big learning curve.
Might. Yeah, for sure. So Levi, the time I picked Tom Brady to win the game, of course he throws a duck for an interception.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ready to say his watch? You ready?
I'm not there yet.
I understand.
Even though it's pretty much just me denying science here, but I'm gonna keep denying. I'm gonna be a science denier. I'm gonna keep saying Tom Brady's not washed.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I understand. And it's weird because someone pointed this out on Reddit. It's like he's throwing the ball deep. It's just he's trying so hard to throw it deep that he can't throw it accurately. Because it's such a weird situation.
But to be fair too, that Rams offensive line, that Rams defensive line and his O-line was not. Oh yeah, it was not helping him out. I was actually pretty impressed at some of the throws he was able to make, or even some of those deep balls. I was impressed he was able to get it into the vicinity of the wide receiver, just because there's so much pressure and he's old, so you don't expect him to be able to get the ball down there like that. But he kind of impressed me on some of those throws.
I will say that when the Rams kicked the field goal to go up, no part of me thought that the Rams were going to win the football game.
Really?
Yeah, I was sitting there like, okay, Brady's about to go down the field, get a win. And then, that's going to be it. I'm be 2-0 for the week. And then he threw that interception. And part of me was laughing, and the other part of me was mad that I got a pick wrong this week.
That's pretty funny because you, as the Brady's watch guy,
I know
he's going to march down the field, and me as the not Brady is watch guy, as soon as I saw that field goal go through, I was like, yeah, game's over. I didn't even watch the end of it.
Really?
Yeah, I went home. I was at a buddy's house. I was like, yeah, I'll go home and get the update on the way home, and that's what happened.
That's funny. You know what the funniest thing about this is, Belichick's doing the best he can with the terrible roster, and Brady's kind of struggling with the best roster he's ever had, and some of it can be put on kind of the play calling, I think, because they dial up a lot of stuff that Brady the offensive line doesn't give Brady the time to do, and he physically really can't do that much.
Yeah,
and it's like if you could put these two together right now, they might be 8-0. If you could put Belichick with this roster, he might be 9-0, 9-1.
Yeah, this is why he's proved. This is why he needed Antonio Brown, or claims he needed him, wanted him back so bad, is because you got Godwin and you got Evans, which are two great weapons to have. But those are two deep guys. They're the long route runners. And that's not really helping Brady out that much. He's like, hey, I need a sure-handed slot guy. And so, he said he needs an Edelman. So he's got Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown was doing his thing out there. He's getting the bulk of the targets.
It's almost like they have too many weapons too, right? It's it's a point of diminishing returns, because you have names at every position, and you kind of want to make sure all these guys get touches, but it's also kind of impossible to do that.
It is. And do you know how frustrating that is? Because those dudes are going back to the huddle every time. There's no difference from high school ball, or let's say middle school ball, all the way up to NFL, those wide receivers are always going to come back telling you they're open and to look for them. And you know how demoralizing that kind of is when you're not even used to. You're Tom Brady. You're used to only looking at two guys your whole career because that's all you got. And then you come to Tampa Bay with the embarrassment of riches, and you have no idea where to go.
Right. It's like this is too much. It's too many skills. I don't know what am I supposed to do with this.
There's too much talent. Take away the talent.
It's like when you overload your team on Madden and you just have a drive and you just have like this 95 player that you haven't thrown the ball to once. You're like, let me just get him like 3 catches because I don't like the way this looks mentally.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get the morale up.
Right, for sure. That's what you got to do. It's wild, but yeah. So we won't. You're not ready to put Brady in the watch category yet. And I understand. I'm not gonna be mad at you. If I'm already still saying Carson Wentz is like gonna be good somewhere else, I can't be mad at you for your Brady thing. Still leaving Carson. He makes it hard every week though.
Yeah,
makes it hard. See, but
I want to get a Chicago Bulls jersey with Carson Wentz's name on the back of it.
I hate you so much. I was thinking about the D Rose thing the other day, and I was like, yeah, but the thing with Rose was like, he did end up getting his career back later, and he became a solid player. But also, like, the thing with this team is, the whole team is Derrick Rose. The whole Philadelphia Eagles team is a one-hit wonder. It's the beautiful one-hit wonder. Oh, by the way, when I cut the game off yesterday? I cut the Browns-Eagles game off. It was in the first half, and it was a 3rd down, and the Browns were like in the back of their own end zone, 3rd down and shotgun. And you know what Jim Schwartz called, Levi? You want to know what he called? You want to guess?
A power play.
No, Schwartz, the defense coordinator.
A blitz.
Yeah, that's exactly what he called. And you know what happened? First down.
Yeah.
Immediately. I saw that and I'm like, I was so sick of him. I just stopped.
So can you answer the question? So everybody, this thought has been building up, I think, in everyone's head collectively, and everybody's starting to spew this thought out now after the result of this game and seeing Carson Wentz's performance. But we're now not just saying that Carson is bad, but we're also saying that Jalen is bad. And I've been on, the whole Jalen is not going to be your NFL, he's not going to be your guy to take you to the promised land. So what, as the Eagles insider, what are you seeing? Have they given any speculation as to, Jalen probably isn't good, or he is good?
Doug said Sunday, he was like, I haven't given any thought to I didn't give any thought to benching Carson Wentz and playing Jalen, which I think it does, one, speak to the loyalty Doug Peterson has, and also, two, I don't think that's sold on Hurts. I just don't. Yeah. And I'm not surprised by that, because like the Oklahoma year with Hurts kind of showed me what it's going to be with him, because like he was good and he did improve in some aspects, but the one aspect they seem to not improve on is that deep ball accuracy. And like, it's still the same with him. So it's like, I don't see it working. I just don't. And I don't think I'm fully confident in it. But in the QB factory, man, sometimes you got to put him you got to let the factory, you got to let him churn for a little bit more in the factory. We're a quarterback factory. That's what Howie Roseman said. Yeah. So Jalen's he's got to, put some more parts on him. Factory building takes time sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's got to build him up some more.
What game of the season was it when Carson Wentz got hurt in the Super Bowl year? That was like the second to last game of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 3 games left. It was like 3 games left, I think.
Maybe they're waiting for that. Maybe they're thinking, okay, the incubation period, we know from our small sample size of Nick Foles, we got to give this guy, 15 games.
Honestly.
So that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's, oh my God, this season's a mess. And it's just like everyone's bad. And they don't see. The defense is solid. The defense is doing what it can. Like Fletcher Cox is being good. Brandon Graham's cooking. The defensive line is doing what it can. The linebacker core is trash forever. The secondary is. I watch Malcolm Jenkins play, and I'm like the Wolverine picture where he just puts his hand on it. That's what I see every time I see Malcolm Jenkins play. He ain't got to be doing nothing. I just hear his name, and I'm like, oh, Malcolm, I miss you so much. I miss everyone. And the Eagles signed Will Park. I think it's Parks. Or is it Park? I'm not sure. Yeah, Parks. They signed him to a 1-year deal, and he's been healthy, and he played 6 snaps last week.
Dang.
6. And Jim Schwartz is like, well, the way the teams are playing, we don't really need him at safety on the field. We don't really need the safety on the field. He's like, okay, but the safety guy on the field isn't good. So maybe take that safety out and take Jalen Mills out and put the guy you signed to a 1-year deal so you can figure out how good he is in the game. Maybe that would work. Maybe. Yeah, but maybe you could consider
I'm pretty sure. I think Jim Schwartz is probably looking at their 40 times, and I'm pretty sure Jalen Mills is a faster player. So he's thinking, yeah, this guy's going to get, he's going to blitz a lot faster than it's not like he's going to drop him back in coverage. He's trying to think of how fast he can get to the, quarterback.
If Jalen Mills' confidence could match his play for just like one season, he would have the greatest defensive back season in the history of football.
He would.
He's so confident. I've never seen someone so happy at overthrows than him. He gets so excited at overthrows.
That quarterback got scared, didn't even want to throw it near me.
Exactly. He was waving everything off like, you were toasted, Jalen. You were I saw it. You were toasted, and here you are happy. Oh, man. No, more Eagles talk. I'm sorry. I'm done with them.
What did you watch that Tennessee-Baltimore game?
I didn't catch it, but I heard it was some static in the building. There was a lot of static in the building. I need to go back and watch it.
If you like some good, rough and tough, ready to rumble football, that was it. That was a football game right there.
That was like I heard it was an old school Ravens Steelers type vibes. I heard it had those.
Oh yeah, dude. Like these two were playing like teams that hated each other, man. They were about to fight in between every play.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch that game on my NFL Game Pass for free.
Yeah, and then Jim Harbaugh and wait, is it
John?
Jim? Wait, who am I thinking? John. Yeah. John Harbaugh and Mike Vrabel, being the football guys they are, they didn't even go shake each other's hands after the game. They had nothing to say to each other.
Oh, it was intense.
Yes. Dude, I know I've said it a million times on this podcast, but I love Mike Vrabel. I just wanted to say it again.
He's a solid coach. He's clearly a solid coach, and I respect it.
He is. But also, too, I just love the energy.
His energy,
like him and Mike Tomlin. Yeah.
I want a Mike Tomlin and Mike Vrabel press conference off. Like just a joint press conference.
I want to stare down, and I want the press conference to just stop and end in a stare down where they're not saying anything. They're just looking at each other and not blinking.
Right. Like who could beat Mike Tomlin in a press conference where you have to say the most platitudes that mean like the most intimidating things that mean nothing? Like Mike be saying so much stuff that means absolutely nothing. It's like, what does that mean, Mike? But he says it so authoritatively that you're not gonna question it. He's like, yeah. He's got a point.
Before we stepped out on that field, we all ripped our eyelids off and we made sure we weren't going to blink.
You're not intimidated by anything. He's just a man. Yep, that's it.
Oh, it didn't. Yeah.
We got out the stadium alive.
Surprise me.
Right. We made out the stadium alive.
Them. Yes.
How was you supposed to make out the stadium, Mike? That's what security's for, bro.
Dude, if we say, let's go 300 years into the future and football is completely done. Nobody knows what football is, but we find these old artifacts of Mike Tomlin quotes, and we're trying to piece together what football is, and we only have Mike Tomlin quotes, and we just say it's Roman era times back in the Coliseum days.
Yeah, it seems so much more barbaric. Like, yo, the Steelers risk their lives every game. They could have died every week.
We'll be hailing Mike Tomlin as like the last Genghis Khan.
Yes. The greatest war general of all time.
Yeah.
Love Mike Tomlin. I'm glad you brought up the Ravens because I don't know if you saw like the whole running back core is COVID positive.
Yes, I did.
And they play tomorrow, or excuse me, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they do. And it's going to be such a good game, too. Or it was going to be.
It was, right.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I said this a few times about the Ravens, but I'm going to say it again. They made a big mistake in thinking that they didn't have to improve in the offseason. Like, they kind of I feel like they moved into that, we're young, we just need another year of seasoning. But it's like, nah, y'all had a lot of holes, and all holes are being exposed now. And granted, they've had some offensive line problems this year, some injuries and some opt-outs, I think. But like, it's ugly all around. I don't think
Yeah, it is.
I don't think Marquise Brown's the number one receiver. I think they thought he was, and he's clearly not that.
No.
Lamar hasn't looked great in a lot of spots. Yeah, they need help. They're not a good. They've taken a big step back, and taking a step back is okay because the offense was too dominant to not take a step back. But they've taken a huge step back to where they're not really scaring anybody anymore. I think they've lost to every threatening team they've lost to this year. Tennessee's a threat. They lost.
I mean, I don't. It's definitely a step back. I don't know if it'd be a huge step back just because I think the holes they need to fill. It's not like they have to be really busy in free agent signing. I feel like these are things they can fix just in the draft. You know, they can get a number one wide receiver easily in the draft. They can get some help on the OL.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it is a step back just because everybody else took a step forward, or most people took a step forward.
Right.
And so, you know, they just got to play a little catch up, but it's not a big gap.
That's a good point. Yes, it's easily fixable, but it's like they kind of lost a year in the middle of it.
Yeah.
This season. Yeah, that's a good point. We will go on to the NBA. Oh yeah, shout out to Patrick Mahomes for being like, "Oh, you left me a minute and a half. Cool, I'll just go down the field real fast, get a touchdown, no problem."
Yeah.
Mahomes magic.
Yeah, I was really thinking though. So, but I just want to say real quick, I'm really impressed with the Raiders, and the reason why I text you what I said, saying, "Oh, I'm regretting not picking the Raiders," is because
they played them well, man. They played them really well.
And when I saw the score, it was like right before the first half ended, and and the Raiders were up by 3. I was thinking, okay, and thinking of how the outcome was going to go in this game, if I would have known that was going to be the score going into halftime, I would think, okay, the Raiders, they got it. But I just, you know, I think the Chiefs would come out more dominant, especially after losing to them the first time, the first go around. I thought they would play them stronger, but no, it looks like John Gruden and the Raiders have their number.
Yeah, I don't think they want to see him in the playoffs. I think that's a playoff matchup they'd like to avoid if at all possible.
Yeah.
And it's like, it kind of reminds you of them and the Patriots, right? The Patriots might not beat them every time, but the Patriots do something to bother the Chiefs every time they play, at least for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they frustrate the Chiefs, and the Raiders kind of do that same thing. Difference is raising your division, you're going to see them twice a year. Makes it a bigger threat. But shout out to the Raiders. I like what they did there, because I was with you. I kind of thought they would get smoked in the rematch, but they clearly got something. They're not there.
Yeah,
you know, they got some Mike Tomlin in them. They're not afraid. They're not impressed.
No, they got some John Gruden in them. Put some respect on his name.
I don't want to.
Dude, John Gruden. Between Mike Tomlin, John Gruden, Mike Vrabel, that's a stare down I would pay money for. Put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I feel like Gruden would win just because he'd make him laugh. Like he'd look at Mike like, I tell you what, Mike, you're a serious guy, man. You're just a serious dude. And I like it. I like how serious you are. I bet you make a grilled cheese and you're just staring it down. And then Mike chuckles for the first time in his life and he doesn't know what it means. Like, am I laughing? What is this? What is this emotion?
I mean, it would be just like that stare down that him and Caliendo have in the beginning of that quarterback room meeting.
Yes.
Like, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that table.
Right.
Seems pretty intense.
I promise you. We're gonna jump to the NBA. We'll get right to the nitty gritty. Levi, are the Hawks good?
So this is what I think about the Hawks. We saw, and we think we conquered when it came to getting, I'm hoping we did go after really good supporting role players. So what I'm thinking,
they got some floor spacing, a good amount of floor spacing.
So what I think the Hawks are thinking is that they didn't have to go after, which it was going to be a waste of time and a waste of money, which is kind of like the approach they took. They were like, look, we can smoke on this pipe and think we can lure a big free agent name now, or maybe save money, not be that aggressive and go after them next year when there are more guys open. Or we can just build a really good supporting cast around the guys we drafted and help them develop into superstars. So I think that's probably the approach they're taking. I don't know how it's going to go. but we'll see. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, this is kind of where the shortened offseason is going to be weird for them, I think, because they brought in basically 4 players who are all going to get major minutes, right? Like Danilo's going to play, Rondo's going to play, Bogdan's obviously going to play. He's making $72 million. And Chris Dunn's going to get minutes. Like, that's 4 dudes who are all going to have to get on the court. The good thing for them is depth was a problem for them last year. Like, you and me, we saw them. We watched them play. Like, when Trae Young went out, it was just like, why are y'all even on the court? Why is anyone playing basketball? Now they have some help with that in that regard. And I think that's very, very important for them in having that depth, but also building chemistry in such a short amount of time is going to be difficult. Yeah. But they should be, to me, I think at worst, I'm not ready to put them in the playoffs because I don't know in the East who's really going to drop out of that. And them going from 20 wins to 30-something wins is a 10-game jump is a big jump regardless, especially when your best player is still 22 or whatever Trae Young is. It's probably 22, 21.
I think we were talking about this on our, our you will never hear pod on our. Yeah, that will never come out.
I was thinking about it while I was listening to it. I said, I don't think this is ever going to be able to come out unless Levi does some incredible editing that he doesn't want to do, and I don't want him to do. It would have been too much.
I got frustrated 30 minutes into it. I said, I started thinking to myself, I was like, y'all must be crazy. And I know nobody else is thinking this. I'm the only one thinking it, but I'm telling myself, oh, I must be crazy thinking I'm going to go back and edit this and try to put it up.
I was literally thinking, bro, I promise you, I was thinking after at work. I was like, I'm not going to text Levi this because he might have confidence in it. And I trust you with that stuff. Like, I'd be skeptical, but you get it done. I'm like, I was thinking those. I'm like, there's no way he can edit that. And I don't want him to. That would have been ridiculous.
It would have been ridiculous. That was poor planning, as in I wasn't clear enough. I'm going to take the fault on me. I should have been more clear of what was going on and how we should have done things. But, things happen.
Yeah, but anyway, we learn and we grow. The next one's going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's why. But that just it made me want our own studio even more because we can control the space and the energy and all that. So But we talked about about how I think me and you had a little argument about
about who's
the Hawks are going to make the playoffs. Yeah, who's going to fall off? Yeah. Well, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to say the Hawks aren't going to make it because the Hornets are going to clearly move up into that position now that they got a superstar. They spent that money on Gordon Hayward. They'll take the 8th seed.
But you know what's great? They legitimately are like the Hornets are already like, we want to make the playoffs too. It's like, why? Yeah. Well, what? Why? Why do you want to make the playoffs? It's not doing anything for you.
Yeah.
Build right. The Hornets are there. The Magic are still there with their 30 wins for whatever reason. They just win 33 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wizards apparently aren't trading John Wall. That's what they said today. I don't know how much that is what they want to do. How much that is they don't have any choices. They don't have any options. I don't know where they land on that. I mean, it's going to be a tight race in the East. It really is. Yeah. But I think at worst, the Hawks should at least be one of the playing games because the playing game is coming back. The Hawks should be in a playing game at worst, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I that's my expectation is at the lowest a play-in game because you're putting this much money forth and you're making these kind of moves is because you think, I know they have pressure to make the playoffs. Travis Lincoln's under pressure from the ownership to get into the playoffs. Him and Lloyd Pierce are under that pressure. So like you're betting on this to save your job. So I'm assuming you can at least get to the play-in game. And I think if they make the play-in thing, I think that should be enough to save them, honestly. Even if they lose that, it's like, okay, but you got a taste of that and you see you're on a path to do something, right? And then if Trae takes another step the next year and you figure out what you're going to do with John Collins, maybe John Collins takes a step. Because you and I think we're aligned on Collins, right? We're not fully sold on that as a max, if he wants a max.
Yeah, I'm indifferent on him. I feel like we've been hyping. Okay, so the whole John Collins hype has just come from we had to put a face on the team, and so we decided to put his face on the team.
Right.
Before Trae came in.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, nothing he's really done has wowed me. He's had a few games, but
like
he's not the guy I think he's going to turn into a superstar.
Yeah, right. Like he's productive, right? But for what they need, he doesn't hop off the screen enough for me. Like for somebody who wouldn't think about is going to get a max and going to be a cornerstone of the franchise. I don't see that with him in Atlanta, at least.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a nice ancillary piece. I think he'd be a nice ancillary piece somewhere else, but not. He can't be your lead man. Like your number. He can't be your number 2 punch in a big three.
I think he'll be. I think what he's gonna be is a Paul Millsap. Like that's gonna be his height, and that's the way they play, and like pretty much the same height, kind of same build. He's gonna be that Paul Millsap role.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a pretty good, above average, starter for you.
And if he turns into Paul Millsap, that's not a problem. That's a great asset. It's just you need to know that can't be your building block. That can be one of your building blocks. Yeah. That's like we have an almost finished product, but we need this. Oh, let's get a Millsap. Yeah. So I like that.
I think they're going to kind of slide him out of the way, and they're going to be more focused, building around like Ngukwe.
Right.
If I'm even saying his name right. Yeah.
I think so. I think I've heard it a couple different ways, and I can never remember which one is right. So
yeah, like Ngukwe and DeAndre Hunter, I would be more focused on them. Right.
And the thing, like the 3 years on the Gallinari deal, maybe kind of think they're giving self security in case Collins wants a number they don't want to give him. Like they don't feel comfortable giving him. And he's a restricted free agent next year, so somebody might come in there with the max offer. And I'm sorry, if they do it, you can't match it, Atlanta. Just don't do it.
No. Don't do it. But they will. I mean, I don't put it past them.
I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. I would rather just us trade him, try to get something out of him.
Yeah. One of my friends thinks he is a max player. He's someone who's heavily involved in basketball. He actually is in a JUCO. He's a coach on the college level. And he's big on Trae Young, but I don't see it. I don't like disagreeing with people who coach in basketball, but I don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna argue with you on Twitter about it because you be coaching and you're gonna say things I don't understand. But like, I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of rookie extensions, people got extended. The 2016 class got extended. Everybody, Levi. They were handing out extensions everywhere. Bam Adebayo got the extension. Donovan Mitchell got his extension. Jason Tatum got his extension. I think I'm missing somebody. Brandon Ingram got an extension.
Oh yes, everybody getting paid out here.
Everybody getting paid, and all of them honestly deserved it. They've all done really well. Yeah. Ingram took a huge step forward last year. Mitchell, I mean, there's nothing. We know Don Mitchell is. You know what I'm saying? Tatum, of course. De'Aaron Fox, that's the other one. De'Aaron Fox got his extension, and I love it. And I hate that he's going to be stuck in Sacramento being paid for nothing. I'm sorry, De'Aaron.
What a hodgepodge of talent they have between Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, like these other guys. They got some really good talent, but they just can't play together.
Right. That's the problem. There's
not enough balls on the court for that team.
Right. Never forget they also could have had Luka and put Luka with De'Aaron Fox, which seems terrifying. I personally thought the fit would have been weird for a little bit with those two because they both kind of need the ball. But I mean, if they would have worked it out, that would have been absolutely scary.
Yeah.
De'Aaron running the break.
You know what I just learned? I'm sorry, this is really random. I just thought of it.
Talk to me.
But thinking about the Hawks and how the Hawks have, seem to have fouled up every opportunity they get, whether in free agency or draft picking. Yes. But I didn't realize that we were going to get Giannis, or we thought we were going to get Giannis. And
I didn't know that either.
Apparently stole us. Yeah. But I mean, apparently that is. So I didn't watch the full, they did a little Giannis documentary or whatever recently.
They did a 3-part thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just saw a little clip of it, and it was the Hawks GM talking about just a little clip I saw. It was oh my God, I can't believe this is going to happen. As in, I think, Milwaukee taking them right before the Hawks were going to get them or something like that. So I'm thinking, wow, that's just another layer on this whole Atlanta, not Atlanta Hawks, but every freaking Atlanta franchise there is.
That is legitimately painful. Hurts me. That hurts me deeply.
It's why did I even need to see that? Why'd y'all do that to me?
Honestly, it's like being a Suns fan, hearing about how they were gonna draft Steph Curry.
Oh yeah,
have him under Nashville a little bit. It's gotta. That's painful. I'm sorry. I hurt as a Hawks affiliate because I've been holding off on my fandom just because I don't trust them yet. That hurt me.
Hey man, I almost texted you the other day, asking you to. It was gonna be jokingly, of course, but I was gonna ask you to chill on the Hawks because you were going in on social media.
I was wild. I kept taking every sign and it being like 10th place incoming.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, bro, chill. At least do this from your personal account.
I did do it from the show account, didn't I? That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was about to put, but it was totally fine because I know I've been putting up stuff that you don't agree with either on ours. But I wanted to put a little comment like, these views do not, you know how they say like,
yeah, this is not reflect.
Yes, no, exactly.
That's hilarious. I was wilding. I forgot. Can we laugh at the Clippers right fast? Clippers tears. They taste so good. Yeah. God, I love Clippers. Yeah. I love Clippers tears, bro.
Well, I don't enjoy them like you do because I would rather see the Clippers succeed.
See, I enjoy them because mainly the Clippers subreddit was really. I sent you the links to the Clippers subreddit after Montrezl Harrell signed with the Lakers, and how miserable they became, and how he became the most hated person there. And then I show you the post from 2 months ago where somebody did a nice drawing of Montrezl Harrell calling 6th man of the year. And then 2 months later, here we are with that Montrezl Harrell hate thread and just all type of things being said about that man. God, those tears tasted delicious. They tasted so good. Oh, it was lovely. It was lovely. And I'm not even like a big Montrezl Harrell guy. Like, he went to the Lakers. I'm like, that's cool, but he's a liability. If he's playing defense the way he played in the bubble, he is a liability in the playoffs. Yeah. And if he's coming in wanting the ball a lot, he is a liability, period, in general. But I wish them the best. And I wish, the Clippers did well, though. Getting Serge Ibaka is not a bad play at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
I think we both agree that the Clippers...
I would rather have Serge than Montrezl Harrell.
See, Montrezl is younger. Montrezl is younger, which is why I would edge him. But yeah, Serge is a solid replacement. But the problem with them is they still don't have a playmaker. And the other issue is no matter who they sign, if that chemistry isn't right, it's not going to work. Chemistry was their biggest issue last year.
Didn't they just pick up somebody at PG, or they were looking at somebody?
They may be looking at someone. Let me check right fast.
Because I can't remember, but I know they were going after somebody because they really need to replace Beverly. Would be so much better coming off the bench.
Yeah, that can't be your starting point guard
because you need a better ball facilitator. When you got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard out there, you need somebody who's going to facilitate the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they've added anyone yet, but they're probably looking like. But yeah, you just need like Kawhi and Paul George are playmakers in spots, but you can't ask them to make plays for people. That's not what they do at all. That's not gonna be their main strength.
Yeah,
like they gotta get a playmaker in there. And I think everybody in the West is kind of improving, right? Like I think Denver's gonna be a threat with Murray and Jokic again. That's still gonna be a thing they have to worry about. I am worried about the Lakers because winning the offseason rarely ever translates. And they had a ridiculously good offseason on paper. Will it translate? That's the question. That is the question. Heal up Klay Thompson. That made me sad. 2 years of no Splash Brothers is not fair, and we didn't deserve that. I just want to say that. But heal up Klay Thompson. That was sad.
We're gonna have to do another dive into free agents thing.
Oh, for sure.
Because I got some stuff I gotta say about the Nets and all that too.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We do love net slander at Not the Experts. We are big fans of net slander.
Titus loves
one of our favorites.
Slander.
It's one of our favorites.
Quit putting me in this.
You do love net slander because you love Kyrie slander. If you love Kyrie slander, you love net slander.
Yes, I do like Kyrie slander.
And you called them the Misery Twins.
Player, but
and you called them the Misery Twins on our last show. That was you. That wasn't me. And I laughed. I thought about that for 3 days because it was so funny. Like I was laughing for 3 days off you calling them the Misery Twins. Our last topic, in honor of Thanksgiving, we are going to give you our Thanksgiving food power rankings, people. Y'all know when we get lists, it gets crazy over here. Pins get thrown in the air. Gasps happen. People get upset with me for whatever reason. I don't even know what I be doing. I just be giving y'all the real.
You just have terrible
what Will Kane said? Will Kane said, a monopoly on the truth.
He's got a monopoly on the truth. The greatest line ever dropped in the ESPN lines.
I have a monopoly on list truth. That's what I have. I have a monopoly on the list truths. Should we go Should we just give the whole list back to back, or should we like go like alternate? How do you think we should do it?
You go ahead. You give your 5.
Okay, my 5. Starting from number 5. I have a surprise at number 5, Levi.
Oh, okay.
Leftovers.
Oh man, you beat me.
You had leftovers on your list.
All right, let's just go back and forth because my number 5 was going to be the leftover turkey sandwich.
Man, talk about it. Talk about
I'm so glad.
Man, the leftovers be hitting, dog. Because the thing about Thanksgiving is it's so much food. Whatever you didn't get a lot of, you can get that the next day. It's like, I didn't get a good bit of this. I'll eat that tomorrow, though. Like, you can strategize around that. You really can plan for it. Okay.
Yes.
So we both had the same number 5. Number 4.
Yes.
I got cranberry sauce. Number 4.
Ooh. I've never been a cranberry sauce fan.
I'm not a big cranberry sauce guy. Yeah, I'm not a big cranberry sauce guy, but I'll eat a little bit of it, right? Like I'll dabble in it. Mm-hmm. It can make the 5. What's your number 4?
What? My number 4. I'm gonna go with the King's Hawaiian rolls. If you don't have the King's Hawaiian rolls at your Thanksgiving, you're doing it wrong,
bruh. I knew I was missing a bread. I knew it was a bread that I liked, but I couldn't remember it. That's what it was. I low-key would have subbed out cranberry sauce for that. Sauce for that, to be honest with you. But it's fine. I'm gonna let you have it because that's a great one. My number 3, absolutely. My number 3, I'm going with ham. I love a good Thanksgiving ham, man.
Yeah, good ham is good. Yeah,
it is. That's all the analysis is needed. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Yes. Ham is good. Ham done right is just it hits.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to go number 3, corn casserole. Have you ever had a corn casserole?
See, here's my thing with corn. I only like it popped and buttery. Yeah,
you are a big popcorn head.
I am. So that's the only way I really like corn. I don't like corn on the cob. I don't like.
What about cornbread?
I don't even like cornbread, bro.
Oh.
I don't like cornbread.
See, the thing about corn, so I'm not a big cornbread fan. Like, you get options at these places, though. You want cornbread or like a Hawaiian roll or something. Right, I'm never going cornbread. But the corn casserole is pretty much a giant moist cornbread. It's not a dry cornbread. It's a big, moist cornbread concoction. It's great. That's my number 3.
Okay. I like that. Number 2, this is kind of this might be just a Majors household special. So it's okay if it doesn't apply for everybody. Right. But lamb is my number 2. We started doing lamb at Thanksgiving a few years. We started doing lamb on Thanksgiving a few years ago, like to go with the other traditional stuff. And I love me some lamb. A good rack of lamb.
So did y'all sub out turkey?
No, we still do turkey. Or did y'all, we still do turkey.
So y'all got the turkey, the ham, and the lamb.
Right.
Oh, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity of of Thanksgiving.
Exactly. The thing with lamb is like me and Dad are the only people that really eat it. And we have some of my uncles, if they come in, they'll eat some of it too. But like my mom doesn't eat it because she thinks it's sacrilegious for whatever reason. In her mind, she's
You're
just
eating
afraid
God,
to do it.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what she feels. Yeah, that's how she feels. Like I can't eat. It's the Lamb of God. I can't eat that. That's like mom's feelings on it. My feelings are some medium well lamb, like rack of lamb is delightful, and I love every piece about it.
I'm gonna have to try some. I've never had lamb.
Oh, for sure. If we don't kill all of it, I might say come through and get a piece. For sure.
That's a bet.
Yes, sir. Your number 2.
My number 2 is, I guess it can be controversial because I've seen it. People either love it or hate it, and I don't get it because it should be loved by all. The green bean casserole.
Okay. See, the green bean casserole hasn't made it. I don't know if it's all my people, but I know my specific people in the family. We're not really a green bean casserole people over here.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a black and white thing or not. I'm not sure. I just know we're not a green bean casserole household.
You know what? I never thought about it as a like black or white thing, which I'm not trying to make it into one. But now that I think about it, I feel like, when it comes to the memes and like the meme pages who I follow and who posts it, it probably is more of, the non-white that, is saying that. But, it may be just a choice thing. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love it.
Okay. I like that. I like that. My number one pick. I like the differences in our list. I think the only commonality we had was leftovers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fire. My number
I like
one.
This. Yeah.
Yeah. My number one and king of Thanksgiving is the macaroni and cheese.
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Coming out of left field. I didn't even think about the mac and cheese. So did y'all do the baked mac and cheese for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, boy.
You gotta load that thing up with shredded cheese on top.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be looking at mom when she shreds cheese. I'm like, I don't think that's enough cheese, mom. I think you need some more. I think you're skipping a little bit. Yeah.
So people at Olive Garden, when they come by, it's like, tell me when. It's like, all right, just put the timer on the clock, 5 minutes.
I hate they be having to do that. I be feeling like, damn, you're gonna be twisting your arm for a minute over here.
I know. Yeah. I'm thinking like, man, this dude's about to get a good forearm workout.
I promise you. You're gonna be on it. So yeah, mac and cheese. There was one Thanksgiving where we had a big gathering, and I kind of I had to work that night, so I really kind of I think I worked. And I came home. Maybe it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was some holiday that mac and cheese was made, and I was getting off work to enjoy it, and everybody ate the mac and cheese, bro. It was gone.
Oh,
I was so hurt. I was looking in the kitchen. I was like, "What are you looking for?" I'm like, the mac and cheese. He's like, "Oh, I think everybody ate it." I'm like, "What you mean? What you mean it's gone? Yeah. I don't want anything on this plate without the mac and cheese here to warm my chest." Yeah. So yeah, that's my number one. What you got?
I feel that. Oh, my number one, and it should be, I'm a little offended, even though, we all have our own opinions. I'm kind of offended you didn't put this as your number one, as it should be everyone's number one, the deep fried turkey.
Oh, now here's the thing with the deep fried turkey. I've only had it one time and I did love it, but it's not the common turkey over here because we have a lot of, I ain't put my family business out there. We got blood pressure things over here. So I don't really do too much fried turkeys for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But I truly do love the one time I had fried turkey, I was a huge fan of it. I was a big fan. If I would have considered fried turkey, I probably would have put it on my list if I thought about fried. I was just thinking about turkey in general, and I just don't have fried a lot. We have smoked turkey.
I could just sit there and eat the skin, bro. See, I don't know. Yeah. I'm kind of picky about my turkey. Like when it comes to deli meats, I never pick turkey. Like I'm not a turkey person. Right. Especially like cold turkey. And baked turkey's okay, like any other way. But really, turkey's so delicate. I'm only going ham on that turkey if it's fried.
I respect that. For sure. And turkey's like it's so delicate to where like it's hard to keep it flavorful, no matter how you do it right? Like it's gonna dry out regardless. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the fried turkey. I do need more fried turkey in my life for sure.
Well, I don't even know if we're doing fried turkey this year, but if we do, we can make a little swap.
Some lamb for some fried turkey. Lamb. I like that deal. I like that deal for sure. I'm gonna get on the phone with my people, and so we can negotiate the trade, and I can make sure we have some saved for everybody, so we can get it to go through.
Bro, don't even give me like a little, little rib of it. Is that what you would call it on a rack of lambs? A rib?
Just give me like
Yeah, I don't even trust. Don't even give me I just want a small little piece just to taste, because with me knowing how finicky I am, I may just hate it. So
understood.
Yeah,
understood.
I don't know why when it comes to meats, like I'm kind of, iffy on trying different meats. I kind of just stick to the beef, chicken.
Right.
Like I hate fish. So.
Oh, you're not a fish guy?
No, I'm not a fish guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm a
shell food guy.
Okay, yeah.
See, I like shellfish, but I'm not a big fish guy. Like I'll eat like fried catfish. I'll have, which is probably the worst fish to eat, but I mean I'll eat tilapia, but I hate salmon. I hate like grouper, all that stuff. I hate it.
Yeah, I love salmon. I was really shocked when I found out tilapia wasn't like a fish. It's a fish, but it's not like a fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a bottom feeder, pretty much.
It's like always farm raised. Like what? It tastes so good though.
Yeah,
no, I do like tilapia. Tilapia is tasty, but I like salmon a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm a shellfish guy too, like shrimps, crab, lobster.
Yeah,
I love.
I don't like
so much.
Biggest overrated shell food of all time though is crawfish. I do not understand how people like crawfish.
Anything that got eyes and they be like. Anything that got eyes and they be like the flavors in the head, I'm like, nah, Nah.
Yeah, nah, I'm not doing
okay.
it. I'm not doing
I'm
it.
not. Every time I see people eat, I'm like, nah, you're doing too much.
Yeah, it's really not that much flavor either. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I be seeing on Food Network, and I'm like, yeah, I can't. There's no way in the world I could do this. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
It's looking at me.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm with you.
Shout out to the McIntyres, but every time there are Louisianan friends, and every time we go over there and have a low country boil, they already know we ain't putting crawfish in it because we ain't going to eat it.
Not doing it.
So we just stick to the andouille, the shrimp, and all that. We don't. We leave out the crawfish.
Yeah, anybody got time to play with no crawfish, dog.
Yeah, that's just a waste of space in the pot, bro.
It is.
We got other stuff we can put in.
Just put more potatoes in there. Let's go.
Yep, exactly.
I promise you. Well, this was a fun episode. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We're gone.
Peace.